Hello, you absolute legends, and welcome back to Creating. In today's video, we're going to discuss this device. It's often called a do-nothing machine, a do-nothing grinder, or by its official name, the Trammel of Archimedes. We'd see what it does, which is precisely nothing. We'd learn the math behind it in a fun way, and just how is it that these shuttles that move in exact straight lines translate to this handle moving in an elliptical motion. When I first saw it, this really blew my mind. So with that, let's take a look at what this device actually is. Now, if you would notice these shuttles, they only move in straight lines. But let's take a look at the 2 points on the handle. This point that is in the middle of these shuttles, it moves in a circular path, and the end point of the handle moves in an elliptical motion. The interesting part here is that if you remove a shuttle or even two, it wouldn't make any difference to the overall motion of the handle itself. But before we move any further, I'd like you to take a step back now and ask yourself, what is a circle? What makes a circle a circle? You know, that's not a circle, and that's not a circle either. If you want to be pedantic, even this is not a circle. It's the best representation that we can create on a bunch of pixels. So what makes anything something is the definition. A tree is a tree because we named it so. An apple is an apple because we named it so. Similarly, we decided that if we take a point that moves in such a manner that it stays a certain constant distance away from another fixed point, the shape thus formed would be called a circle. Now, we'd start with a few circles and you'd see the Trammel of Archimedes just actualize itself in front of your eyes. But before that, you know I work hard on these videos. I do everything from the animations to the programming, the 3D printing, and even the music myself. For this video alone, I had to learn a new way to animate called Manim. So if you like my work, please consider supporting me on Patreon, or at least throw a like for the algorithm and subscribe and share, because honestly, without your express support, this channel won't survive. Now, back to our beloved circles. Let's take a circle A and another circle B inside it, which is exactly half the diameter of circle A. When the circle B starts rolling or rotating inside circle A, we get something known as a 2C couple, named after a Persian polymath, Nasir al-Din al-Tusi. You would notice that the center of circle B always stays a fixed distance away from the center of circle A, and hence forms another circle, which is important information, but we'd store it in our minds for later. What we are more interested in are these 2 points on circle B. If you pay close attention, you'd realize that these points are moving in exact straight lines. This is the speciality of a 2C couple, that any point on the circle B would move in a straight line and pass through the center of circle A. Now see what happens when we pass a line through these 2 points. The end point of this line would move in an elliptical motion. Add 2 more points on circle B, and now get rid of the circle itself, and things start to look very familiar. Now you probably have a better understanding of what are the mathematical principles behind this mesmerizing little toy. That being said, we are left with one very big question. We learned what a circle is in this video. We didn't learn what an ellipse is. Sure, it's easy to say the end of the handle is moving in an elliptical orbit, but that's not proof, and definitely not mathematical proof. If you are really interested in getting into the maths of this device, I would upload a more mathematically involved but still accessible video to everyone on our subreddit. And yes, I mean it when I say our subreddit. I'm trying to build a community of tinkerers and thinkers. So please join us there to learn more and to get in touch with the rest of the community. Alright then, we are all done with that. Finally, about the STLs, it's a cool looking grinder. What I especially love about it is that it doesn't require any supports to build. It's a clever design. What I dislike is the fact that these stubs don't quite press fit into the holes. I had to put in some super glue to hold them in place. You might also be wondering if the device is smooth, and it is. It is smoother than it has any right to be. It's really quite fun to play with, and for what it is, the friction is really not a problem at all. Here are the scores. I'm docking some points for the fact that the stubs don't quite fit all that well. For the printing tips, print the stubs and the handle at 100% infill because the stubs break and the handle can warp. Rest everything is very easy to print. This has brought us to the end of yet another video. I already told you we have a subreddit where we are trying to build a community of tinkerers and thinkers. The link is in the description and on your screens. There you can also submit your STLs for review or other video ideas if you'd like. If you'd like to support my content, consider supporting me on Patreon or making a purchase on my Etsy store. If you liked the video, you know what to do. If you didn't, the other one works fine. Leave your inputs in the comments section down below. Share, subscribe, bell icon. I don't know, man. Just go crazy. And until next time, just keep building.